Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Kristen. I'm Laura.
Hi. Hi.
Nice to meet you. I just wanted to start
Ah,
by saying that my goal in the session is to listen and stay grounded, and I would like to respond um, f from a trauma-informed place. And I just want you to know that you're in control of what you choose to share, and we can slow down or pause it at any point. Um, do you feel comfortable uh, telling me what's going on?
yeah. I I've been struggling with a lot of anxiety recently. I think
Mm.
it feels like anxiety.
Okay.
Um, so my sister died about 6 months ago in a car accident.
Wow.
Um, and I I haven't been able to get in a car myself since. I'm just too freaked out by what happened, and now it's starting to affect my life. Um, so I don't have a lot of public transportation. There's some, but it's not like well. And but I'm still like the thought of getting in a car just really freaks me out. Like with driving. Um, like I can't drive. I'm too scared. Um, yeah, and I don't want to do it. And
You went through
yeah.
a very traumatic loss of someone close to you. It sounds like it left you with a feeling of um, fear, anxiety, sadness.
Yeah, yeah, um, you know, we we were we were really close, and like that alone just became, she's one of my best friends, and so I really miss her in that regard. But she was the only person in the car, so it was her essentially her fault. Um, and I know like it wasn't suicide or anything like that, thank God. Um, that is a little bit of a relief, but um, it just freaks me out because it's like, what if I make this, whatever happened, what if I make the same error and the same thing happens? I don't want to do that to our parents. Um, and like,
Right.
it just freaks me out. Or like, what if someone hits me? And then, I always thought about that. I was always trying to be a cautious driver anyway when I drove, and this just really freaked me out even more on top of like now I really just kind of don't even want to leave my house.
Wow. I'm hearing you say a few different feelings. One of them being that you were really close with your sister. And so this loss has been quite jarring for you. And also at the same time, you're feeling like you're worried this could happen to you, and you're very anxious about any kind of transportation where you're in control of the vehicle.
Yeah, I don't know why. I could like if I'm on a bus, I'm okay. Even if I get in a car and somebody else drive, I'm okay. I don't know why. It's just when I drive, I can't do it. I can't like just thinking about getting in the car and driving makes it like my heart rate's going up and like my palms are starting to sweat. So like I can't do it. It
Given
freaks me out.
what you've experienced, this is a common and normal response. Um, and it won't last forever, but this is a common and normal response. Um, and especially given what you've been through, your body is experiencing some trauma from this event and trying to protect you. Um, as we talk about this, I want to check in with how your body feels right now.
Um, like my palms are, I'm starting to sweat. Um, my heart's kind of beating a little fast.
Hmm.
Um, and it's hard to see, but like rubbing my feet back and forth and like fiddling with my hands and just kind of like fidgeting.
Very
And I just feel
anxious.
really, yeah, I just feel really like my whole body's just tense. Like
Hmm.
I'm just tense, kind of how I feel right now.
Yeah, I can also witness that. I can see this is really affecting your mind and your body. Do you find that you're having this reaction a lot in your life? When do you experience the symptoms like this?
I feel like it's not a lot, but I also feel like it's a lot. Um, I really just try not to think about it at all, to be honest, because every time I do, I just get like this and I just don't want to deal with it. So I just don't think about it at all, which is probably not the greatest thing, but I just can't do it. I just can't. Um, but I mean, if I'm being honest, it probably happens a minimum of once a day.
Okay. What do you usually do? You have any rituals or things that you do to help yourself in those moments?
Um, I try breathing. Uh, when we all had to go to a grief counselor um after she passed, and that was one of the things they taught me was just like deep breathing. So it sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. Um, that's pretty much all I know.
Okay. There are a lot of other grounding techniques, things to kind of bring your mind back to the present and to the here and now, that we can try and see if there's one that especially resonates with you, especially in the times when you're feeling really anxious and your body is really tense.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Thank you for coming in. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Ugh.
It's quite a different experience because after literally just finished, so like in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm totally blowing this whole thing because I asked way too many questions and
I go right back into skills and techniques where I'm like, I'm gonna get so ride for this.
totally
Yeah,
in my
just
head, I'm
just
like,
shredded.
exactly. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
um,
I'm right there with you. That's how I feel.
yeah, and I think
You did well.
what makes it difficult is that I know that first of all, you're having a hard time coming up with a fake scenario, right? And then I'm reacting to a person who this didn't really happen to. You know what I mean? It's a different feeling than the other ones
Mhm.
where people are talking about real things from their real life, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and I get why in this class they make up scenarios for us. So we're not talking about real traumatic experiences. So it's not.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
All right. Well, let's go and look at what we're supposed to do after. Okay, so As the counselor in training, I am supposed to communicate practices to manage the counselor experiencing vicarious trauma. I felt at one time you were about to cry. Did you really feel like you were going to cry at one point?
No, I did not.
It seemed like, okay, so maybe you were just, it was you were rubbing your face or something.
I
So,
I I I yawned at one point
okay,
and was able to hold it in, but I could like feel the tear and I was like, don't fall, don't
that's what it
fall.
was. That's funny. Okay. It felt like you were about to cry. I'm like, wow, she's feeling this, which I wouldn't
Oh,
blame you for. I mean, even I, when I was talking about mine, I was starting to feel teary-eyed. You said it was not a counseling session. So, yeah,
mm,
I do feel like just reading our readings and watching the
hmm
video that we watched
hmm
wasn't enough to really have a solid sense of exactly how to proceed.
Yeah, it's one of those, especially when it comes to this. As someone who's also like a really visual person, having an example video of how this runs, like even if the professors did a role play themselves together just to show us how it goes, I think that would
Totally.
be very helpful.
Definitely. I agree. I even felt like that in counseling techniques that
Yes,
that
that would
would
have
have
been super
been
helpful too,
very, very helpful.
especially for that first one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think we ever at any point got an example role play um
Mm-mm.
ever through the whole
Mm.
thing. I wonder if they do that purposely. Like they don't want you to have an example.
I don't know. I mean, they're all going to be different anyway. It's
Mhm.
more of I mean, we don't even have to simulate actually talking, but just like get on and be like, okay, this is what you do here. This is what you could do here, and kind of talk through the steps as they go. And you don't even have
See,
to actually do the role play. No, and be
right.
like, oh, okay, just like from a logistic standpoint.
Totally. I mean, obviously, you need to be present with the client at all times, and you might not take that exact route. Um,
Yeah,
but at least
oh,
you would
hey, we're
have,
gonna start here and we're gonna
you
open.
might follow the path and then veer off for a
Hmm
little bit and then go and then kind of go back on, or, you would have an idea in your head of like a way to proceed and then veer off when you can see the client needs to go in a particular direction. But
hmm
all right, I'm going to stop recording because we